Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Woo! It's been a little while since I made a video, and that is because, there's a peak. That is because, as you guys know, with my last video, I ended up selling my 2021 diesel Jeep Gladiator. Now, if you guys have not seen that video, make sure you go check that out so you know the reasons why I ended up selling that Jeep. Well, it's been a couple months, and I have been doing nothing but obsessing over wanting another Jeep and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew one of the main reasons I got rid of that Gladiator is because it was just financed out to the max. And you know what? I know a lot of people do that, and I have done it for a long time, and I'm just sick and tired of being in debt. So I decided to get rid of the Jeep Gladiator for that reason. Now, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I bought a Silverado, and you know, if you guys are Jeepers, which majority of you watching this channel are Jeepers, you know, once you're a Jeeper, you're always a Jeeper. And if you go without a Jeep for a long time, now, if you guys didn't watch that video, I do have my 1979 Cherokee Chief build, and I thought that I was going to be okay with not owning a Jeep for a little while. Having a truck so I can tow the rigs around and tow the toys around, and then eventually getting another Wrangler down the road. Here's the thing, that 1979 Cherokee Chief is still a long ways away from being done. So I have been driving around in this Silverado for a couple weeks, and you know what? I don't like it. I hate it. I hate driving around in a half ton. I should have never even bought a half ton. If I was gonna buy a truck, it should have been a full-size diesel. That I might have actually been excited to do something with. So I do have another Jeep. I got rid of the Silverado. Let's show you guys what I found. I've been looking literally the entire time, trying to find the best deal I possibly could. So in today's video, we're gonna go over what I found, what my plans are with it, and kind of what the future is for this channel. So stay tuned, guys. There it is. Firecracker Red 2018 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon Unlimited. And guys, this one is maxed out with all of the features. Firecracker Red. This was a one-owner Jeep. Only has 50,000 miles on it. It is absolutely gorgeous. There's no rust on it anywhere. It's basically a brand new Jeep. Now, this particular model had all of the upgrades, the LEDs, the steel bumper, which I really like the steel bumpers. You know, it's got the leather, heated leather seats. It's got the Alpine sound system. So it is loaded up. And this is one of my all-time favorite color combinations, the black with red fender flares, because they've got the black molding on it. I don't know, this is definitely one of my favorites. You do not see a lot of them out on the road. So that's kind of what I was looking for, trying to find this specific Jeep for a good price. So I kind of had my buddy looking out for this particular Jeep, watching the auctions, and he finally ended up finding one and called me and said, hey, I got one coming in. It's the price that you wanted at. What do you want to do? I'm like, well, let me know when it comes in. I'll come take a look, and if it's in really good shape, pull the trigger. So that's exactly what happened. So we went, test drove it. Test drove beautifully. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's a very beautiful Jeep, and we've got a lot of plans with it. So we're gonna actually head down to the dealership, pull all our crap out of the Silverado, and then get the Jeep back here. I already did upgrades. I think that's a new record for me. I owned it for like maybe 5 hours, and I already put upgrades on it. So let's head down to the dealership. So that's actually what I ended up adding. If you guys have a JL or a JT, that is a dead pedal. If any of you guys are driving these things and you're like, man, I don't have anywhere to put my left foot, my left leg gets tired, my foot gets tired, grab one of those dead pedals. That one's from More Off-Road. More, it's Mountain Off-Road. I forget the exact, but I'll throw the link down in the description. But very easy install. Well, it wasn't super easy, but it was pretty basic install. So we got that installed, and it is so much nicer. So the next upgrade I'm gonna get immediately for these, because I am a tall person. I am 6'2", and the seat the front needs to be raised up. So I'm gonna order that kit to raise up the front so that it's more comfortable to drive. So that's just a quick little sneak peek little upgrade that I did to it. All right, you guys, just got to the dealership. They've got my Jeep in back. They're doing a quick oil change and then washing it up. So let's talk about this a little bit. So let's say that you guys are looking to get into a you know, Wrangler or a JT, and you kind of want to start into the Jeep community and kind of get your weight in. There's a lot of different ways you can go about this. You know, you can buy an older TJ and build that up. You can buy an older JK, a JKU, and you can build that up. Or you can opt to go for the JLs. Now, to get a brand new spec'd out, in my opinion, the Rubicons look the best. Yes, you can take a Sport and you can change it and you can put bigger fenders on, you can put lift and axles and stuff. My opinion, all the creature comforts, the hood, the interior features you get, and the Highline fenders, I love the Rubicon model the best. Now, if you want a Rubicon model, you're gonna pay for it. They are not cheap. Obviously, that's the top of the line model for the Wranglers and the Gladiators, so you're gonna pay for it. Now, what I opted to do instead of buying a brand new one, because the Gladiators on the channel, both of those guys were brand new, and I ended up leasing those. Now, lease payments, they were around like, well, the diesel Gladiator was $785 a month, and then the gasoline Gladiator, I think it was, I want to say it was $685, almost $700 a month to lease. And then obviously you can choose to have a buyout after you're done with it. And that's kind of where I was going to go with it. But any of you guys that have been on this channel, you know that I go through a lot of Jeeps. So I would end up trading it in and wouldn't really lose money on it, because the Wranglers, luckily you don't lose money on it, but it's just expensive. And you know, you do a lot of upgrades to them and you end up turning them back in, and you lose money. There's no way around it. We know that these upgrades, you end up losing money. So what I did was, okay, I test drove a couple different Jeeps. I test drove a 2018 Rubicon JKU, and literally I took that thing out on the road, took it to the next parking lot, turned right back around and drove back. Once you drive a JL platform, you can't even get in a JKU, because they feel so much smaller. The footprint is so much different. They just feel like a totally different Jeep compared to the JLs. So then I was like, well, shit, you know, now I've got to figure out, and I've got to, you know, if I'm gonna get a Rubicon JL, you're in the upper 40s to $50,000 to get a lower mileage JL, even a 2018, the first year of the JLs. So I looked and looked and looked and got a couple of my car dealer buddies on it, and James Snyder over here at Ziegler ended up finding me a firecracker red 2018 Rubicon with 50,000 miles on it. Now, I'm okay with that. It's only got 50,000 miles, so you know it's going to last a while. And the cool thing is here, you know, I didn't have to spend $65,000. And that's what I did with all of the other ones, is I spent over $60,000 to buy those things brand new. And then on top of that, put $30,000 worth of upgrades in it. So this one coming in, you know, just under $50,000. It's got it's got just over 50,000 miles on it. So it's going to be a very good Jeep for a very long time. And guess what? My 2022, exactly the same as the 2018. There is absolutely nothing different, besides maybe that the besides maybe the radio doesn't have blue on it like the 2018 does, and I actually kind of like the blue on there. So it's the exact same vehicle. So if you guys are looking to get into this newer body style Wranglers and get in with the JL platform, and you want a Rubicon, find a good deal on a 2018 instead of going brand new. Because let's face it, if you're like me, where I'm going to end up taking that thing, probably putting it on 40s, putting it on 1 tons, I eventually want to do an engine swap on it. Why am I going to start out with something that is $65,000 to do that with? I'm not going to do that unless this channel explodes and I have, you know, 200,000-300,000 subscribers, and then I can do it like right and all those other ones did. But we don't know if we're ever going to get there. So right now we're trying to do this on the little bit cheaper route. It's not really cheaper, you know, obviously that's a lot of money for a vehicle, period. But I don't know. Anyways, moving on. So I'm just rambling. You guys know I like to do that. I am super stoked to be back in the Jeep. Obviously you guys see me putting out another video. I want to get out. My daughter is old enough now, so I'm going to get this thing built out for overlanding as quickly as I can and start exploring Michigan, and then kind of get outside of Michigan and go do some other trails, and start hitting some of the Jeep trails and start getting some of those badges and just exploring, because that's what we're supposed to do in a Jeep. So let me know what you guys think. You know, would you opt to go with a brand new Rubicon or a brand new Jeep, maybe a Sport or a Sahara edition? Or do you agree with me finding a 2018, the first year of the JLs? You can get them significantly cheaper. You're in the newer platform, you're in the, you know, nicer creature comforts inside the cab, and you can get them a lot cheaper and build from there. So I'm just curious on what you guys think about that. Is what am I gonna do with this new Wrangler? So this is gonna be a couple different stage build. Right now I do not have another daily because I ended up selling the truck to get back into a Wrangler. So I'm not gonna do what I did on the other ones, because I put them on 40s as a daily. As you guys know, I'm a real estate agent. So it was a pain in my ass driving that thing around on 40s. Not to mention that they're $3,000 to get the Mickey Thompsons. That's a lot of freaking money that I'm burning driving everywhere around as a real estate agent. So the first stage is going to be a 2.5-inch lift with 37s. I'm going to keep it a little bit more docile. That'll go everywhere I need to go in Michigan and still have a really nice stance, a really nice look to it. You know, I like that low center of gravity look with the wider popped out tires. So I'll get a nice positive offset rim so that I can have it popped out, so it just has that nice look to it and the functionality. And then after that, once I have another daily, that's when things are going to get serious. I do not plan on selling this Jeep. I know everybody's gonna be like, yeah, whatever, Kevin, but I don't. I got a really good deal on it. It's in mint condition. It's beautiful. Probably won't always stay in mint condition because I'm actually gonna wheel it, but it is the newer platform, and that is what I wanted. And this one I plan to put on 1 tons 42s, and I'm still flip-flopping between doing an LS3 and a Hemi swap. So let me know what you guys think. I want to see what you guys think, if I should do an LS3 swap or if I should put the Hemi in it. That is going to happen in this Jeep. Honestly, it's probably going to end up being much like Light Bright's build. You know, obviously I'll put my own flair and spin on everything, but I really have always loved their build, and it's lasted forever. And theirs is a 2018, and they've put it through the paces. They beat the ever-living shit out of it, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm super excited to be back. I appreciate everybody that has been supporting me on this channel, and anybody that does in the future. Smash that subscribe button, hit that little bell notification, and smash that like button, because it really does help the channel out. All right, guys, without further ado, we'll see you on the trail. Next one is gonna be on the trail. Have a good one, guys.